Okay, good morning YouTube. I'm going to bring you another video today. We're going to do another side-by-side. My coworker was nice enough to lend me one of his watches that I've already done a video on. This is the Sea Hunter, and I personally have a Sea Hunter as well. Let's start with my introduction here like I always do in all my videos. If you're new to my channel, basically what I do is watch, show, and tells is what I call them. I don't really call them reviews because, you know, a review is kind of just a matter of opinion, and obviously I love the Invicta watches, I love the Android watches. Any watch I decide to make a purchase on, naturally I like, so it's going to be a very biased review. What I just do is show and tells. I tell you my opinion about the watch, and of course I should tell you a little bit about what makes up the watch as far as like the size and what movement's in there, and just show you a couple different angles. But most importantly, what makes my channel so different and what a lot of people like about my channel is I show you the watch on my wrist. I'm about 170 pounds, I'm about 5'8" tall, and I have 7-inch wrists. And one thing I found very difficult when I was looking to make my first Invicta purchase, and again, I was wearing 47mm watches for a long time. But I never wore anything with a 52. It wasn't that I was, you know, against the larger size. It was just the fact that it was a dive watch and I wasn't used to that. I was into more the flashier kind of stuff, like the Jacob replicas, some of the Breitling replicas, that kind of stuff. And I saw my Venom 5730. Looked at it for like 2 years before I finally bought it, and it was hard to just imagine what it would look like on my wrist. So that's what I do. I show you the watch on the wrist, and from my videos I have about 20 to 30 people who have made purchases though. Now you can do something to help me out. If you like my videos and you're going to make that purchase, go to PHATKATWatches.com and you can check out all the links that are on there, and it'll take you to eBay links where you'll basically find all this stuff. And that's where I get all my stuff, is off eBay, because the sellers are really good about giving you a great deal. You will find other parts of my website that'll show seller reviews, and there are several other videos about a couple guys I purchased from. I've had some bad luck. Just something to be cautious about when you are buying watches. Make sure you buy from somebody that you could potentially have a good experience with. So enough of that rambling on. Let's move on. Today what I'm doing is I'm doing side-by-sides now, and what I do is instead of just showing you one watch show and tell, I'm going to put it side-by-side with another Invicta or Android or whatever watch, and just show you what it looks like side-by-side, because you may actually have this watch. Maybe you're thinking about getting, which is what we're going to be showing today, the full-size Sea Hunter, okay? And maybe you're just not sure how much larger. It's hard to look at the information on the website and say, oh, well, this one's 50mm, oh, this one's 58. Oh, it doesn't seem that much bigger, but when you actually see them side by side, there's quite a difference. So let's start off with the mid-size. They call us the mid-size Sea Hunter, okay? This is still a fantastic watch, and you pay a lot less for them than the full-size ones. And, you know, if you're not really into a really big watch, this might be a better way to go for you, because I tell you, the weight difference between these two, it's quite a bit. So let's start. This one here is the, I'm just going to look over at another monitor here. This one's done in the blue bezel, okay? This one's the 12534 model Invicta Sea Hunter mid-size. You can see the exhibition back. The lighting's a little bit dim in here, but hopefully you can see that. Where it has the propeller. The propeller does not move, although there is talk about them doing that one day. It is a chronograph watch. Rotating bezel, and they do this kind of rubber around the side of the bezel, which I'm not a huge fan of. Hopefully one day maybe they make maybe a limited model would do something a little bit flashier, but nonetheless you have the polishing down the band, satin finish on the sides, or brushed stainless I should say. And what else about it? Movement on this particular one is a Swiss-made ETA G10 211N1. It's in a lot of your, you know, Invicta uses a lot of the same movements in different watches depending on the size and stuff like that. That is a factor when they produce a watch. You know, certain movements aren't made in certain sizes. What else about this one? 26mm in band width, and 8.5 inches in length. This is a 50mm watch at the bezel. Still a big watch. I mean, this is a huge watch. 21mm in thickness. It's a nice chunky watch. Let me go ahead and throw this on the wrist here. Now his wrists are a little bit smaller than me, so I'm just gonna hold that closed. I don't want to hurt the watch here. Let me see if I can just kind of. All right, there we go. We got it. It's a little tight on me. So there you go. That's what a 50mm Sea Hunter looks like on a 7-inch wrist. Okay, still that's a pretty big, impressive watch. Let me get back a little bit here. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Of course, oh yeah, this is 990 feet of water resistance, okay? Let me get a couple close shots there. And we're going to do this again. I'll move on to the next one, then we'll come back. Okay, next one, okay? This is the full-size Sea Hunter. Okay, this one is done, and a lot of these are made in different colors. This one I just had to have because it was so unique. I picked this up from Invicta outlet. I wouldn't not buy from them again. Unless you buy new, which I have to kind of question their ability to really take care of their customers, and of course to send out products. I bought 3 watches from them, and of the 3, 2 were defective. This one almost went back, but it's such a hard one to get. I just wanted to keep it, and the damage I can live with. But you gotta be careful. So, but check out. There's another video about this one you could check out where I explain everything that's wrong with it, and how disappointed I am with some of the things that it came with. But let's just talk about the watch. This one is the model number 13686. The width on this one is 23 millimeters, so it's a little bit thicker than your standard Sea Hunter. Not by much, but it's a little bit thicker, a little chunkier. See that? Okay. And then of course on the bezel on this full size Sea Hunter, it's 58 millimeters. That's quite a bit larger. They say a lot of times you'll see these watches measured differently, where some guys are measuring to the crown. I know like Shop HQ, they generally refer to this one as a 63, 65 millimeter watch, just because the crown and the pushers on this are so large, it does wear like a 63 millimeter watch. But technically at the bezel, which is how they're measured, it's 58. This one here is powered by the Swiss Ron, the 8040N, which has a retrograde date, which snaps back once you get to Sunday. The big date window right there. This one's done in the mother of pearl in the two-tone rose polish down the middle and satin finish. And you can see the band difference. And I'm not sure, I haven't looked at all the Sea Hunters. I'm not sure if just the full-size one does this. You can see how the band difference on the mid-size one is just single links, or just it looks like one single link, where the full-size has actually got a groove down the middle. The band is a little bit larger. The band is 30 millimeters as opposed to 29, and you have 9 inches in length. And this one here, unsized, they say weighs 17 ounces. And of course, this one here, they don't have it listed, but I'd say probably about, after sizing, this is probably around 11. So there is quite a bit of weight difference. This one here, because I have the 7-inch wrist, naturally you're going to lose a little bit of weight when you size it. This one here probably, I'm saying, weighs about 13 ounces. So still pretty heavy. It's the heaviest Invicta that I own. It is the largest Invicta actually made, with the exception of the Grand Arsenal, which is just about the same size. Let me get a close up there so you can see the mother of pearl. You have the crown with the propeller theme. This one does have the propeller theme on the back with the exhibition window. And again, done in the rose tone and stainless. This was such a unique watch. You can't find this watch right now. Like, you're not going to find it. If you do find it, you'll find one. You're probably looking at close to $700. So I got a really good deal on it, despite the defects. But he was dishonest with some of the defects it had. But nonetheless, I'm still happy I got it. So let me go ahead and throw that on the wrist there. You can see what that looks like. There's a 7-inch wrist. I mean, that's a massive watch. And I always say, the full-size Sea Hunter, if you're looking at getting the mid-size, which don't get me wrong, the mid-size is really a nice watch. You pay a lot less for it. It just doesn't have the presence on the wrist that the full-size Sea Hunter does. Nonetheless, still, I mean, a beautiful watch. I mean, you have to look at the price difference. Like, right now, the Sea Hunters are so hard to get in the full-size. Let me try to get this thing on here. Bear with me a second. That you're going to pay, I've seen them up there for, like, I don't think I can get this on today here on this wrist. Let me just go ahead and show it like that there. I'm going to hold it close so I can kind of keep it on my wrist. So you can see the size difference. And, when you think about it, 8 millimeters, you're like, it doesn't seem like that much. But it's a huge difference when you're talking about watches. Massive difference. Now I'm just going to go ahead and get this one close up again so I can just show you the other one. Still an awesome watch. And some people, I get comments on my channel saying that Invicta, big chunky garbage. To each their own. Everybody's got something different that they like. I personally love the big giant watches. I've been wearing big giant watches, since like 2003, and now they just keep getting bigger and bigger, and I keep getting happier and happier about it. So there you go, mid-size Sea Hunter versus the full-size Sea Hunter. Again, not everybody wants a watch this big, and you may really like Invictus. You may really like big chunky watches that are 50 millimeters, 52 millimeter, like your Venom. That's a 52 millimeter, but this one here really takes it up to the next level. And I will caution you that I am getting like a kind of callus mark on my wrist from these watches being so big, on like the Grand Arsenals and the Sea Hunter, of course. That you wear this for 8 hours, you do kind of get a little bit of a digging into your wrist, and the bone right here on your wrist will get a little bit irritated. But you know what? I love the watches. I really don't care. I mean, it's You know, I wear this for just that presence on your wrist. I mean, that's a game changer right there. And I tell you, you know, I always get compliments on my watches. Doesn't matter which Invicta I'm wearing. Somebody's, oh, even a smaller 50mm one. I had an Android one on the other day, and some guy was like, "Wow!" And you know, I kind of get desensitized because I'm so used to the big, huge, you know, 58mm watch, 63mm watch that it's very difficult for me to sometimes put on the 50s. But nonetheless, all these watches get noticed. They are fantastic timepieces, and you really won't be disappointed. And you know, when you look at the price difference on a mid-size Sea Hunter, you can get these for like $160, $170, as opposed to minimum on a full-size. Minimum I've seen them for is like $350. So there's a price difference, but nonetheless, like I said, still just a money, fantastic watch. Definitely one to have for the collection. And I'll just show you side by side again there. You can just see the. Sorry if this is kind of funky here. I'll go like this. Alright folks, well that's my side-by-side of the mid-size Sea Hunter and the full-size Sea Hunter. Two awesome watches by Invicta. If you're an Invicta addict like myself, definitely ones to pick up in your collection, whether you go with the full-size or not. I mean, the propeller back is just so cool. It's such an interesting timepiece. Definitely one to pick up for your collection. So thanks again for watching. Definitely subscribe to my channel. I do appreciate all the comments. It's really fun talking about watches with you guys. Looks like my Facebook page is starting to get more people signing up for that. Friend request me. Make sure you go to the actual page. That's actually the friend page. There is a page you can like also, but I generally focus on the friend page more. And I can give you, my best advice on where to get these things. Again, check out PHATKATWatches.com. That's what PHATKATWATCHES, where you get a lot more information on buying these things. And again, check out all my other videos. There's a lot of great information on there. And most importantly, that's what it looks like on a 7-inch wrist. And that's what you're going to see on all my videos right there. That's what you want to see, folks. You want to see it up close with the guy with the white gloves. I mean, that's all great for seeing really a lot of the detail of the watch. And I urge you, if you want to really look at some more of those details, like the back, the crown, man, check those videos out. Check out pictures of the videos. Where you go to my website, you can check those out too. But that's what you want to see. How's it going to look on your wrist when you're hanging it out the car window or just walking down the street? Definitely amazing watches. Alright folks, well thank you very much for watching my video. If you have any ideas or comments or anything like that, don't hesitate to put them on the comment section. Alright guys, have a good day.